Good morning. It's good to be with you today. We are going to look at our Old Testament lectionary text today. You know, we've spent several weeks in the book of Genesis, studying some of those foundational stories in the first book of the Bible. Well, this week we transition to the book of Exodus. And where we start off here is that Joseph had risen to a level of authority, and because of that, the Israelites were cared for. But we have a new king who has come to power in Egypt, and he doesn't know or appreciate or respect Joseph, and so he's actually fearful of the growing number of Israelites, and so he makes the difficult decision to put to death the boys who are born, the baby boys who are born to the Israelites, as a way to control the population and to enslave the Israelites. We learned yesterday from Hale about some of the midwives who followed God and said, I don't think so, I'm not going to do that. But so many of the Israelite babies were put to death. Well, we learn about a woman from the tribe of Levite, the priestly tribe. She had a baby boy born, and she hid that baby boy for 3 months until he came to the age where she just couldn't hide him anymore. And so she did something that we're going to be familiar with when we hear about this. She created a basket and she lined it, and she put that baby boy in that basket, and she floated him down the Nile River. Can you imagine, as a mother, putting that baby, that newborn baby, that 3-month-old baby in a basket and floating him down the river with a trust that he would be cared for? Well, we know that that baby boy is Moses. He was found by the Pharaoh's daughter. He was raised in a palace, and he actually, because his sister was watching him, Moses's mother was able to be his wet nurse, to be able to raise him, and so she was able to be involved with his upbringing. It's a beautiful story. It's in Exodus chapter 2, and I encourage you to read that. But this is what I want us to know. That mama, she had to have such a level of faith when she set her baby in the Nile River in a basket. She had to have such a level of trust. And I want us to talk about the phrase prevenient grace. Prevenient grace is that grace which goes before us, that grace that is there before we even realize that it's there. It's God at work in our lives before we're even able to identify that it's God who's working in our lives. Well, Moses' mother experienced that level of prevenient grace. God was at work protecting Moses, protecting his life. Well, I know we deal with challenging things. We deal with difficult things within our own lives. But I want you to rest assured, I want you to trust the fact that God is at work in your life. Even now, right now, God is at work before you're even able to identify, that was God the whole time. Know that prevenient grace goes before you. God's love goes before you, no matter what it is that you are dealing with. I do hope you have a wonderful day today and that you experience God's prevenient grace.